All right, in this video, we're going to create this RockerArm exercise. And this is a common exercise from a tutorial series about AutoCAD 2D fundamentals. And I'm going to walk you through how to do it. If you follow along with the exercise in the fundamental tutorial, it will teach you how to do this, but I'm going to show you maybe a little bit quicker way to do it as well. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start a new drawing. And what I'm going to recommend you do first is type in startup, all right, all one word, just like this, and hit enter. And change, if you haven't already, change your startup value to 1. All right, and what this is going to do is when you create a new drawing, which is what we're going to do right now, it's going to bring up this nice create new drawing menu for you. All right, if you have your startup set to other options, it does different things. But the reason we're going to do this is that this RockerArm is in metric, and this makes it a little easier to go to metric. But it does give you some other options like using a template, a wizard, etc., which are things that I'll teach in other videos that you may watch on my channel. So we're going to pick metric first, and we're going to hit OK. And it's going to create our new drawing. Now, the next thing I recommend you do is come down here and click on grid mode and turn it on so you can see your grid. And then the other thing I like to do is to find out where my 0 is, I will click my middle mouse button. So click down your middle mouse button and hold it down. You'll get a little hand like this, and then just drag your screen so you can see where the 0 is on your template. All right, now here's what our RockerArm looks like if you don't have the exercise in front of you. And we're going to create this by creating the outside first and then creating these polygons inside. And I'll kind of walk you through the dimensions as we go. I may drag this back and forth here and there to show it to you. But this is also available and attached to this video on my YouTube channel. All right, so what we'll do first is we're going to create a circle. All right, so we're going to type C. In all my videos, you'll hear me talk about the importance of typing versus clicking. I can certainly go up here and click center radius circle, but I recommend you type because once you get the hang of it, it's a heck of a lot faster way to operate AutoCAD. So type C, hit enter. It's going to default to a center radius circle, and we're going to tell it where that circle is because the method I'm going to teach you is going to be all absolute coordinates. So we'll type 0 for our X, and then we will type a comma and then another 0 and then hit enter, and it's going to create it right at our 0, 0. All right, and then the radius of this circle is 25, so we're going to type 25, hit enter. And then we could click or type again, but instead just hit spacebar because that's our last command option. So last command will bring us right back into circle, and this time our coordinates are 50 in the X, comma 60 in the Y. And hit enter. That's where our second circle is. The radius of this circle is 50. Hit spacebar one more time, and then we are going to create our last circle where we're going to have to do a little bit of math. All right, so if we look at this, our X is going to be a combination of the 50 plus the 70, which will be 120, and then the Y is going to be 60 plus 40, which is 100. So let's type those numbers in. All right, so it's going to be 120, comma 100, and hit enter. That's where our last circle is. Our last circle's radius is 25. We're gonna hit enter. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create the rest of the outside, which are these tangent lines here, and then these tangent circles here. We'll do the lines first. I'm gonna show you another really handy thing to have on in your AutoCAD setting. So first, go up to the top here and hit this little arrow with the line over the top of it, and scroll down and click Show Menu Bar. That will turn on an additional menu bar right up above your ribbon bar. And then under here, you can hit Tools, hover over Toolbars, AutoCAD, and we're going to turn on the Object Snap Toolbar, which is a super handy toolbar to use. And then if you click on these little dots on the left side of it, you can move it around. All right, if you move it near the edge, it'll actually dock itself. But you can do it however you like. You can move it wherever you like on the screen. All right, so now we're going to type L to create a line and hit enter. And we're going to pick this snap to tangent option right here. we're going to hover over our circle, and we're going to see a little green icon that shows the tangent symbol. And we're going to click right around where we think the tangent point is. So right around here is around where this one is. We can see now it'll stay tangent no matter where I move. And then you'll notice I don't have that icon popping up over here because I have to click it again. All right, this is very important. Click it again to then turn on just the snap to tangent option, and then click to create that tangent line. Now I'm still connected, but I need to create an additional line over here. So hit spacebar to get out of it. Hit spacebar again to go back into the line command, and we're going to do the same method again. So snap to tangent, we're going to click right around here. Now I'm tangent there, and I'm going to want to tangent to that, so I'm going to click it again. I come down here, click again. Okay, now you can hit spacebar or escape to get out of this. Now we need a tangent circle here and a tangent circle here. Now I can go up here and hit the down arrow of the circle, all right, and there's a tangent radius style of circle. That's what we want. So we're going to pick that, because what that circle does is we create two tangent points, and then we tell it how big the radius is. So we're going to pick that. We're going to come over here, and we're going to say it's tangent to this one and this one. Now this is very important. You want to look at your exercise when you're using this and kind of try and figure out around. It's pretty forgiving, but you want to figure out where you think that tangent point is. And tangent points are those nice smooth transitions. So for this one, it's somewhere around here, and then on this circle, it's somewhere around here. Okay, so we don't want to click like way up here, because then what AutoCAD's going to try and do is make like a tangent in that realm, reaching down to here. Okay, so we're going to come back over. I'm going to reactivate my window, and we're going to pick right around here, just to give it a general idea, and we're going to pick right around here. And then we're going to tell it the radius of that circle is 50. And there it is. Then we're going to go back up and pick it again, and we're going to do the same sort of thing. This one's tangent points are around here and around here, and the radius of that one is 40. We're going to hit enter. All right, now I'm going to just pan again, so I'm going to click down my middle mouse button, drag it to the middle. All right, now we're going to type TR for trim and hit enter. And I can either go around and just pick things I want to get rid of, or I can click and drag and kind of drag a little line through everything I want to trim and let go. All right, I'll get rid of this one too. And then I'll hit escape, and now we have our outside shape. All right, so now let's put the easy one in, and then we'll create the other one. So there's a little circle, so let's type C, enter, and now make sure your object snap is on. Okay, right down here, it should be lit up blue if it's not already. And then if you hit the arrow, you should have center here. You can see I can also turn on tangent and things like that. Okay, but by default, this is just default AutoCAD settings. You're probably gonna have endpoint, center point, intersection, and extension. So make sure center's on, make sure this is on. That looks good. Now the reason I want that on is if I hover over the arc, see how it lights up green right here? All right, so now I can just click there, and I can tell it the radius of that circle, well, it gives us a diameter of 20, but the radius is 10. All right, good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in this hexagon and this square. Okay, here's how I'd recommend you do it. So first, type in Polygon. All right, hit enter. And our hexagon has 6 sides. So type 6, hit enter. We're going to hover over the edge again. We're going to tell it it's right here. And we're going to tell it it's a circumscribed about the circle. And the reason we're going to do that is because if we look at this part again, it's giving me the width across the flats, which tells me the circle would be inside of this for the radius. If it was inscribed, it would mean there'd be a circle going through these outside points outside, all right, which would be a much larger number. All right, so I'm going to pick circumscribed, and then I'm just going to go down like this, and I'm going to tell it the radius of the circle is 30, because our width across is 60, so we cut it in half. We hit enter, it drops right in there. And if I need to rotate it after, I could use a rotate command, but this is actually oriented the right way. All right, now let's hit spacebar again to go back into Polygon, and we're going to create a square. A square has 4 sides, so we're going to type 4. We're going to hit enter. We're going to hover over this again. Hover right over this edge so I can find the center. Click, circumscribed again because it's giving us a width across flats. And we're going to tell it that the radius of this would be 10. And there you have it. That's the whole exercise. All right. So learned a couple different commands, some handy commands up here. Just understand anything I showed you to click through these different spots are available as options in there. So when we type like C and enter, I can change what type of circle I'm putting in there. So here's your tangent radius. But you know, it's fairly quick. I just want to show you. All right, so there you go. You've created this part and it is 100% perfect. Thanks for watching.